So, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about balance. It's been brought to my attention recently that I am a lot outside. I do a lot of work around the house, and somebody pointed it out to me in a way that kind of made me think. I've been told, okay, I get it. You do a lot of work on the outside, you love it. When are you going to do the inside? And at first, I got that as, am I trying to avoid something on the inside? And actually, no, that wasn't the case. I made another video recently where I talked a little bit about the epiphany I got from those words. So, well, first of all, pay close attention to what people around you say, especially the people that are closest to you, that care about you, that see you doing certain things. They may point out some interesting things if you pay attention. So it wasn't necessarily that I was avoiding something. I'm someone that takes responsibility. I'm pretty good with that. If there's something I'm running away from, I'll be like, why am I running away from that? And I'll address it. But in this case, as time went by and as I kept on being pulled outside, I started really questioning why. And I eliminated the fact that I was avoiding something on the inside. And I got to the conclusion that over the last 2 years, I would say, but last year more than anything, there's been a lot of internal work on my side, at least. And I'm sure on a lot of people's sides, especially the last year. A lot. Now, sometimes we do that work inside ourselves, right? And we don't allow us time, a little bit of time afterwards, to integrate all that, to let it fall, let it sit in us, within us, and outside of us. So there was a little bit of a lack of balance from what I noticed. That's why the universe keeps on pulling me outside. And at the beginning, I started, being like, well, why am I being pulled away? What's happening here? Because everything in my life kept on flowing, kept on being in that flow. I was like, nothing's wrong is happening, nothing, So everything was working out fine. I just got the feeling that I'm being forced to be outside, to be outside of myself, of my home, of everything. So that's when it hit me. I'm like, I never gave myself time to integrate everything. I've been on a journey inside, a deep one, a long one, and I never had that time to let it sit. And there was a lack of balance there. I was never really outside for the last year and a half or two. So to me, it felt like this is it. This is why I'm being called outside, for the balance, to create the balance, to let it all sit, to let it all integrate, to let it all fall through and fall into that perfect balance. We sometimes forget, we sometimes get so caught up with working on ourselves and doing all sorts of things to improve ourselves, to grow, to change, to, for the better. It's not that it's a bad thing, but sometimes we get stuck in there. I mean, not stuck, but in that place of, I gotta go inside. Get a little bit of break and go outside. How about that? See if you're balanced in that department. See if you are maybe being pulled outside, like in my case. Because again, I stopped in my tracks while I heard those words, and I'm like, what is it? Am I avoiding something? What is it I'm running away from inside? And I'm like, nothing. And if there is something, it'll show up, but it's nothing that, oh, I'm avoiding so much that I gotta be outside all the time. It wasn't about that. I missed the point. The point was balancing out the inside and the outside. when you sit too much on the outside, you're being called on the inside sometimes. So pay attention to those times. When you sit too much on the inside, you may be called outside sometimes. And pay attention to that. Don't stress about it. Don't go into that place of, oh my God, what do I do now? Because I spend too much time. There is no such thing as too much time on the inside, too much time on the, just pay attention to what's happening around you, within you. Pay attention to, again, people's words. Words are very powerful in themselves. So pay attention to those words and see if they bring something within you. Sometimes they may not. Sometimes they may hit you like the simplest kind of thing may hit you like, oh my God. But let's pay attention a little bit and let's try to flow with what the universe brings. And if you're being pulled outside, there's a reason. And if that's not avoidance, then there's another reason. So maybe it's called balance. In this case, I feel like it is. So just a reminder to pay attention to what's going on, not only inside of you, but outside of you. A lot of it comes from the inside, so you'll know when you're being guided towards certain things and why you're being pulled towards certain things. So that's it. I'll see you next time. I'll take you down on memory lane, possibly next time.